You already know. Just a Dope Podcast. Got Big Spence with me, my dog.
Big Spence, you know.
Yeah. See, I ain't even gonna front on it no more. Cause I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel like we the undisputed heavyweight swag team champions of the world. You feel me?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, so it's Big Spence, Wave Sinatra, Ty in the back. How you say Ty Instagram name?
It's just Kinata XX.
Kinata.
Yeah, that's her name.
That's my real name.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
You should try saying the whole thing.
No, I think I heard you say the whole thing before, and I'm not gonna try
You
it.
don't want it.
My last name has 13 letters in it.
You don't want.
I don't want no smoke with your name.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke, bro.
So we've really been enjoying The Last Dance. I'm sure everybody's been enjoying that. It led me to this new thought, this new idea for the podcast. I'm trying to get them two to settle on it and believe in it, because we do really want to agree on everything. And I'm kind of throwing it out here, so of course, if y'all want to give us some feedback and tell us what y'all think. But I feel like from The Last Dance, we really been getting in our sports bag, and we know we have some genuinely good, well thought out research sport opinions, about football, basketball. Of course, when everything get back going. Yeah, I know you're a soccer guy.
I'll debate with anybody about any sport.
Track.
Any player, any of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to take the sneakers out of it because sports are sneakers. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to take sneakers out of it. We're still a sneaker podcast, but we also might be a sports podcast. So anybody that got any feedback about that, stay tuned. I think we really know what we want to do, but we just taking our time with it. But we do want to start giving y'all some more sports takes and stuff like that, because we know that's what get everybody riled up.
Yeah, people be hype.
Yeah, super emotional and sensitive about it.
But
so as usual, start with our unboxing.
I don't want to look at the.
Yeah. Switch it up.
Yo, what? Yo.
You ain't never seen those?
Not in person.
Not in person?
Not in person. I don't even know what to say. Is it what? Lance? Does it say? What does that say? Too great. It says something too great. I can't read the.
I don't even remember what to say myself, honestly.
Dance to
greatness.
Because it's Victor Cruz.
It's Victor Cruz. Dance to greatness. Yo, that's crazy. I had these shoes that long time and I never read it.
I said glance?
Yeah.
Because it's mad hard to read. The stitching isn't quite there on the D.
Yeah.
But I mean, I actually haven't seen any not even just the Victor Cruz, but I hadn't seen any trainers like this in person. Because I don't know anybody who's that into sneakers that is going to have any of these.
Yeah.
Even I don't have any. Which says a lot.
I got them from Bozeman. Shout out to Bozeman. That's back when you can use the little coupons on everything.
Facts.
But yeah, I got those from Bozeman. I love this design, and I have this.
These laces are dope.
Right. I got this whole conspiracy about this. I think this was supposed to potentially, and not necessarily exactly like this, be the Yeezy 3. Because there's no reason they should have gave this to Victor Cruz. If you look at the toe box even kind of has the flavor from the Yeezy 1s, even into the, honestly, I'd probably say more Yeezy 2. Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like the Yeezy 2. So
I say it's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
It's not, too.
Yeah, I just have this little theory about it because I feel like the top of the shoe could have honestly been the Yeezy, because remember how big the strap was on the first one? And they honestly could have changed the bottom last minute to make it look like a trainer versus leaving a Jordan 3 bottom on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they did with the first couple of Yeezys with Nike. So anyways, I love that shoe. The red one was crazy. They said that the shipment, something about the shipment got lost or stayed in the warehouse too long. So by the time they released the shipment, what happens with Nike and all the other shoe companies, that's how shoes go to Marshalls and Ross.
Yeah.
Because if it sits in the warehouse and it gets stamped wrong, or whatever the case is, that's how he ends up at Ross. Mm-hmm. So the red ones, before the shoe even came out, ended up at Ross because the boxes got mixed up.
Wow.
Yeah. So the red one's never, I don't think, officially released.
The quality on these is pretty good.
Yeah. That's suede.
It's got some just Don qualities in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a hard shoe, bro. It's not comfortable though.
Dope sneaker.
Oh my God, it's like a brick.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's like a brick, but I love them.
The strap on the back looks like it serves no purpose as well.
None, zero. It's just for fashion. I know this design had something. Why did they give this to Victor Cruz?
Yeah, I mean, they scratch projects all the time and have to give it to, like, you know.
Yeah, that's
it's
a
not
nasty
far-fetched at all.
silhouette to give to Victor Cruz. Because if they'd have gave this to somebody else, it probably would have popped. But, so, of course, we always got on heat. I've been stealing T. Young swag with the 2 different shoes. You know, she didn't do, with the Orlando short, she didn't do that.
Well, she can't do that. She's in the NBA. And
She can wear Orlando shorts if she wants. She wore Chicago things. I still fuck with her heavy though. You already know that. I'm just saying. I mean, I stole the swag from her though. Still, nonetheless. And I got the Duke shirt on. Hold on, man. Relax. Calm down. They need to know.
I'm with you.
Dookies.
Duke hat, you know.
Blue Devils. Oh yeah, because they can't see the D on the hat. Pause.
You know, I got on the Seattle 10s. You know, these are low slept on release last year.
Gorgeous shoe though.
Yeah. I didn't even wait for them to go on sale or none of that. I grabbed them first day. You know, I was really excited to wear them. So
Yeah.
I didn't even skipped all the bullshit.
Yeah, that's what. I think I waited on my Orlando 10s. I think I waited on them, and I didn't even buy these. Somebody else bought these.
I need the foams.
I think I appreciate them.
Tata, what you got on?
I have on Pine Gweens, and I have the most perfectest, comfiest hoodie on,
Comfiest twice.
which I got from Sanity Season.
It's
So
OD
check 'em
comfy.
out. Yeah, it's super soft.
It's OD
Really
comfy.
nice.
That
This is the perfect-
that might be a tagline, bro, for the brand.
She said comfiest twice.
I'm cutting for real though. Sanity season is they OD comfy.
So this is the lining.
All right.
Yo, I can't wait to see what that looks like.
She doing the most right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super comfy. Check Sanity Season out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too, because that's gonna be the only way I get some stuff. Anyways, I'm just playing. I don't ever remind them. I'm just playing. So anyhow, we definitely got some sneakers on the table that were in The Last Dance. I'm gonna let you start from that side. Just I want you to have a, you know what I mean? I know
So-
how you feel about that one.
From the people that watched our first few episodes and saw our top 5s, this is one of my grails. Do not own the shoe personally. Looking for some avenues to get it myself. I thought about there's Dunk Space Jams. So
Yeah.
I'm finna grab highs and lows.
And lows, yeah.
Yeah.
They cold too.
Yeah, they're mad cold.
Yeah,
Like,
Permanent Vacation had them. I know they had the lows
Yo.
for sure when they came out.
I wasn't supposed to be born in 2000.
Yeah, shout out to Permanent Vacation too.
I was not supposed to be born in 2000. I wasn't.
No, you weren't. Dog. You weren't.
Because I just missed out on too much shit.
Yeah. Oh, make sure they know that's the OG Space
Yeah,
Jam.
yeah. This-
It's not the 09. That's
Yeah.
the 2000, 2001, 2001.
Yeah. I think it might be 2000 itself.
Yeah.
But this shoe's as old as I am.
I think it was 125.
That shit is...
Yeah, that don't even sound right.
that shit don't
I
even
think it was
sound right.
125.
I'm just waiting for them to come back out with the 23. I passed on the
I don't even think I
26.
rushed to get them. I'm dead serious. I don't even think I rushed to get them.
I passed on the 2016 just because I'm not a fan of the 45.
Yeah, with the high cut.
And I also didn't like the bottom was not, it wasn't really like regular ice. It was like the ice that doesn't change.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not going to yellow. You know?
You love yellow.
Yeah.
bottom
I
shoes.
mean, this is what it's supposed to look like.
I'm gonna get the 2016 at some point though, and I had the 2009.
I would get the 2016 and hoop in it or something, but I'm not going to, get it and like rock it. Like,
Right.
Like,
My 2009 was a size 9.5 because when my mom got the Bozeman,
I could do something with that.
yeah. I wore them one time on Christmas Day. That's it. And had to take the insole out. It hurt my feet so bad.
I'm weak.
But this is probably one of my favorite Reebok Shaq shoes. I didn't buy these either. I didn't buy a lot of my shoes. But that's not the point. I love that Shaq. I just do. And then, 92, 93 playoff. Yeah.
They called them playoffs before they called them Bugs Bunnies.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I don't call them Bugs Bunnies. You know how I am about
Yeah.
kids making up names of things. But yeah, I love that 8. My favorite 8, I want to say the Aqua 8, but I don't know. I really love the Bread 8. I'm waiting for them to drop again because I'm gonna get it this go round because I skipped it. I think they came out either one more time or two more times from the original release. I want to say twice.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Aqua's. You know, the white playoff, black playoff, or bread,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. And then Phoenix is. I like the Phoenix ones as well.
Right. Yeah, that's not a bad looking shoe. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna say that. I bought some other off color Jordans in regards to just the standard retros. So I ain't gonna knock the Phoenix one.
Yeah, I mean the Phoenix one's definitely a lot better than like the 3-peat ones or
Yeah.
like some of the other ones they just be throwing at us.
Right.
They don't put a lot of thought into a lot of them.
No. I'm sure y'all noticed. Well, I don't know what Shaq had on, but I know y'all probably at least noticed these from The Last Dance. I don't remember what Shaq had on, but
We only saw Shaq like once.
just for 2 seconds, they didn't really talk about Shaq. They didn't talk about Penny and how Penny was supposed to be the second coming of Jordan. Like,
Yeah,
and I
no,
know
they-
Penny was a guard, but that's who they compared him to at a
They
point.
didn't highlight them at all. That
Yeah.
Magic team, it was very short lived. They really they talked about Horace Grant more than anybody. I mean, I understand he was on Chicago Bulls and stuff, but
Right.
you know.
But he did have some good years with Orlando. But, I do feel like they should have gave Shaq a little bit more shine in regards. But I don't know. I guess we got to keep in mind, too, because that is still footage from back then. Even though Shaq was good back then. So I don't know. I don't know how to rationalize how
It
they did it.
showed him getting blocked by Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I mean, I guess I get the point. Like you said, Horace Grant was a Bull. So it was more about showing Horace Grant, beating Mike, Nick Anderson, who wore the I can't even think, the Orlando 10. But yeah, I mean, it was just crazy to see, like, even like when they said Nick Anderson said 45 ain't 23.
Oh my God. It's just for you to be on the opposite side locker room for Michael Jordan, like, why taunt this man?
Right.
That's such a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't like. I get you're winning and like you're riding high, but it's just a terrible idea.
Yeah. I would say so.
You've seen what this man can do, and he saw what happened. They got swept the next time.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I see, and I know a lot of people kind of been watching the special and they feel like Michael Jordan isn't the nicest person in the world because of, what they've been seeing in regards to his persona on the court and how he was with his teammates. But when I hoop and when I was like hooping, I was a dog. Like, so that's why I respect him so much, because I still have that same mentality in life that I truly kind of apply to everything, not even just basketball. Like, I don't take nonsense at all of my life. So I feel like if people are going to be down, then they got to be like down. And I mean, in the case of basketball, talk a little shit to you.
And I have no problem with the way Michael Jordan handles opposition or his teammates.
Make a
really.
free throw, ho.
I think, yeah, I think his style. I don't have a problem with his style at all. But where his mentality is wrong is when he said, "You wouldn't understand because you've never won anything."
I thought it was hard. I thought it was so cold.
Now, hear me out. He thinks he's better than people that have not won chips.
Right.
Which I mean, but we're thinking bigger than the scope of basketball. And I know we're having a basketball conversation, but
Right.
like, I've seen an interview with Charles Barkley. He was like, "Yo, like I'm fine. Like you guys think I'm hurt because I haven't won any championships. Like yo, I'm fine. I'm good. Like I don't
Right.
care. Like at the end of the day, like I still got I
Right.
got a lot of things. to
I had a
thank
great
for me.
career.
You know what I'm saying?
He's still an iconic player.
Exactly, and that goes for Pat Ewing. That goes for Allen Iverson. That goes for everybody else who's never won chips. And it just,
Assuming. I don't know if Pat Ewing.
yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying he isn't, but I feel like I heard about something where he ain't necessarily.
they might have
Because
been.
remember, Pat played for a while, and he was chasing a ring.
Yeah.
He even played for Orlando.
Now, I'm not saying they weren't upset at all, but for, like, he's literally, like, have we once heard him mention his kids in The Last Dance? He
I think vaguely in one of the episodes.
I ain't see it.
Yeah, you see, the kids was in episode 8.
No, they were interviewed. Have you heard him? He ain't said nothing. And that's fine. It's keep it basketball, but it's like you wouldn't understand why I'm like this because you've never won anything. And if we're really thinking about it, what has he actually won? He won a specific championship for a specific league. What the fuck does that mean to anybody else that doesn't play basketball? It don't mean shit.
So hold up. I'm not going to dispute anything that you're saying, at least in regards to, yeah, I mean, he won championships in one sport, but he was still highly regarded as one of the best athletes in the world by more than just basketball aficionados.
100% more than.
So that's why I say we can't take that away from him because, you know, and granted, I can understand a comparison if you bring in like Cristiano Ronaldo because he is one of the biggest soccer players right now. And there's a couple of other guys up there too. But if soccer doesn't mean anything to someone, that would be the same thing.
Right.
Now, soccer is much more of a worldwide sport. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just still think, you know, we can't minimize what he's done and kind of just look at it like you only won basketball championships. The way
I'm not even just saying that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I know you got more,
yeah.
But I mean, I still can't even take that one and minimalize that. I mean, I still think, you know, him at least, you know, as far as society, you know, discussing how he was at the time and just all the other NBA players, the coaches, the owners, even like when they talked about baseball, like we keep saying he, you know, mastered basketball, but a guy that owned the White Sox is literally saying if he would have kept playing baseball, he would have made it to the majors. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if he would have, but they are definitely, you know, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that's supposed to say that kind of stuff.
Came out of Chicago White Sox owner's mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm not even just saying like, oh, he won in basketball, but he hasn't won in another sport. I'm not saying really that he needs to be a multi-sport athlete. Like, not everybody's Bo Jackson.
Right.
I'm not even saying Bo Jackson a better athlete or anything.
Yeah, because Bo Jackson ain't win nothing either.
Bo Jackson's just...
And then he was on the Kansas City Royals team the year after they won or the year before. He missed the championship that they won. I know that. But he only missed it by like a year. Mm-hmm.
Bo aside, Bo's for a different, because Bo can do anything. Bo's for a different episode.
This is true.
My point is really just like...
That's dope. We should do a Bo Jackson episode. I like that.
Yo, he was in the Olympics. Yo.
We might need to do an episode where we talk about all the multi-sport athletes, because we got to talk about Deion. We cannot just talk about Bo. Yeah. We got to talk about Deion.
But let me...
but I'm sorry.
Yeah. More to it, it's... I got this revelation talking to my brother this weekend. He feels similarly. It's just... He is justifying what he did. There's no... Like, we can't take away any of the championships he won. It's just like, you wouldn't know why I'm like this because you've never won anything. He... Not just any different sports, but it's just a sport. You know, to people that won the Nobel Peace Prize, Michael Jordan didn't win anything to them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And to Michael Jordan, the Nobel Peace Prize doesn't mean anything.
Potentially.
He doesn't give a fuck about the Nobel Peace Prize. We've seen this dude. This is the dude that hits teammates. They already talked. Steve Kerr was in this episode.
But you can do that to any person in any line of work, any sport.
It's only going to mean so much to somebody.
That cares about that thing.
And it's just, for him to have done all the things he did, I don't know if he has enough justification. You wouldn't know you haven't won anything. That hit me. I was like,
but see, that's the thing though. And I think it's kind of like, and not to say you are sensitive, I don't want you to think that's what I'm saying. I feel like just in this era of sensitivity, I feel like people really hang on to things like that and take them personally. Mm-hmm. Whereas that Mike was talking to people that were criticizing him and making him feel a certain way. He's not necessarily talking to everybody.
Yeah, he's not.
He's talking to people that is specifically related to. So, I mean, but I do understand your argument, you know, in regards to it. I can see how some of the things that Mike does could be perceived as bad. But at the same time, I do genuinely think, you know, playing the way he did and being so tough, like, you know, that was the era he was in. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I do kind of feel like he still had to be like that. But he was super funny in regards to how he was mean. Because some of it you got to laugh at. Like, make a free throw hole.
Some of the shit they caught him saying in practice is kind of off the wall. Like,
Yo.
It's just... And Phil was just sitting there like,
But some of it's so ridiculous. He
Yeah.
called the other dude a fat face fucker.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He's not even
That's
calling
ridiculous.
people things that should really bother him, though. It's like most ridiculous insults.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get it. And I think, like some people have tough skin and some people don't, even though he hit Steve Kerr. I don't think Steve Kerr is like mad about
Steve
it.
Kerr's not mad about
Yeah, I
it.
mean, that's even like Scott Burrell wasn't like tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was taking it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, Scott Burrell definitely wasn't tripping. Steve Kerr is not upset in the least, it seems like. But
And he hit Mike first.
he hit Mike in the chest first, but Mike was ODing.
That's not the point.
We can't see the fouls, but like Mike's fouling him intentionally, and then Mike gets upset when Phil starts calling the fouls.
I love Mike fashion.
And then
I can't.
Mike's like, "Oh, you're gonna call the fouls?" So then he fouls him harder. What? Like
hey,
he said, "Oh, and that's a fucking foul," and I would have hit his ass too.
yeah, dog. Steve Kerr hit him first, so that ain't necessarily Mike's fault though. I'm just saying.
All right, I mean, it is what it is.
I'm just saying. How many rings Steve Kerr have?
He was there from just three.
No, he got more than that. Because he won with the Spurs. Steve Kerr got like,
5?
I want to say he got 5 as a player.
Wow.
See, like, how you go from 3 to knowing it was 5? I
Yeah,
think
I
it
was
is 5.
like, yeah.
5 as a player and what, 8
I
total?
completely forgot that when you said Steve Kerr, my mind just thought Bulls Steve Kerr for
Yeah.
some reason. And yeah. So.
Yeah, nah, Steve Kerr was that, I'm not going to say journeyman, but he definitely snuck on a couple of championship teams, hit a
Yeah.
couple big shots.
I mean, Robert Horry has 7 championships. People
Yeah.
don't talk about that.
One of them shots didn't count, so we're not going to talk about
I
that.
mean, this is a completely different topic for a different episode, but if this is a shot at Kobe, if you don't have the finals MVP, then your finals might not matter.
I mean, I don't hold such high regard to things like finals MVP. I mean, they do matter, and I think it's dope when people win them, but I don't get mad at people when they don't. Another thing, because you know how they jump back and forth, that was really interesting when they were talking about in 87, when Mike averaged like, I think 37 points. He averaged that off of 66 3-pointers.
That's stupid.
James Harden took 1,000 or so 3-pointers in his MVP season. So the crazy thing is Mike was averaging 37 and he wasn't even shooting threes.
He was just, I mean, his mid range is cold. He was toasting niggas. And
in
that-
his layup package.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan may have one of the most elite layup packages we ever seen, and we don't even talk about that.
Because, I mean, it's his airness. We talk about him dunking. You know?
Like Mike was really in the lane on contact, 3 dudes. Like
it was nothing.
I mean, I just love watching it just to relive those moments that I remember seeing as a kid. I think that's possibly the dopest thing. And that wasn't a knock at James Harden by any means, but it's just goes to show you how different the game is now versus how it was back then.
I mean-
and what Mike was accomplishing when he wasn't even hitting 3-pointers.
Yeah, and then not 3-pointers aside, James Harden has taken more free throw attempts than, like,
James Harden,
it's ridiculous. Like, I can't think of the
I
statistic
don't want to sound like
itself,
a James Harden hater.
but, I mean, I am a James Harden. I don't really like James Harden.
I love James Harden, but James Harden couldn't have played back then.
The free throw attempts is ridiculous. You're not supposed to get to the line like that. Like, he's been to the line, I don't want to say more than any player of all time because I'm not 100% that's sure. I'm not 100% sure that's right.
Right.
But there's a statistic out there. It's like he's been to the line for the amount of time he's been in the league, way more than anybody else who has been that amount of time in the league. It's ridiculous.
It is. I mean, the toughest thing is when you kind of watch a player like that. I can't say dealing with because we didn't play with James Harden. But when you're watching a player like that, and for example, I've seen him at the line and people like, yo, come on, like for real. He's like, well, then stop fouling me. Yo, but fam, they really not fouling you.
Yeah, no, it's up to the refs and
like,
it's up to
that's really cap rap, man. They really not fouling him like that.
I just don't understand how he really, like, people can say, oh, he's changed his game to do this, to draw more fouls. It's like, at the end of the day, it's still up to the ref to, like,
Yeah, to determine whether or not it's a legit foul.
how is he
He's
getting
flopping.
how is he getting that many more calls than any other player in the league?
Right. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think at some point, because it's almost like, if you say the Jordan rule or you say the Iverson rule, when they couldn't, he couldn't do his crossover like he was doing it at first because they felt like he was putting his hand too far under the ball. Like incorporating those things to almost stop elite players at a point in time.
Hack-a-Shaq.
Hack-a-Shaq. I think at some point they're going to stop James Harden because I mean, even other people do the step back. James Harden is taking an extra step sometimes. Sometimes it is genuinely a travel. Like, it's not a debate. I hear what everybody say. One step is a hop. As long as you, man, come on, man. Yeah, I just remember when we was a kid, everything at one point, like moving backwards away from a basketball play is supposed to be a travel. That's what I always thought. And then now everybody like, nah, you got 2 steps in any direction. So why, when you do a fadeaway, you have to make sure you don't slide your pivot foot? But you can pick up your dribble and take 2 steps backwards and then shoot a jump shot. But when you shoot a fadeaway, you got to stay on your pivot. I need somebody to answer that for me, please.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm for real. It's literally as simple as that. Like, everybody can, you hop, because their feet don't slide his foot. Slide your foot when you do a turnaround fadeaway and watch they call travel. Mm-hmm. Just that simple. Slide your foot. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. And I mean, some people move it for a little bit, but they're not literally taking a step. So, I mean, that's my issue with it, because if that was a possibility, to make that type of basketball move, come on, man. He not doing something that we looking at like, you the first one that figured it out. No, somebody else did it and they called travel. Mm-hmm. And then they stopped doing it. And then he did it and they didn't. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to do it again.
I kind of think it's crazy that you can get called for a travel without actually taking the steps. Like, you slide.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy that that's a travel. Like, that's like, I was run, like, say we stopped, like, we running and we stopped.
Yeah.
My feet slide. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
But I mean,
when you fall down and get up.
Yeah.
The get up is the
that
travel.
Sucks, bro.
You can't get up.
It is.
Yo, fam, I'm not even going anywhere. I'm going to get up and be in the same spot.
Yeah, I can't take no steps, but I'm going to get up.
Be in the same spot.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, I know you. I felt like you were starting to get annoyed with the jumping back and forth. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, like they just kept basketball,
baseball.
Fine. Yeah,
because they did the basketball, baseball jump.
Yeah, it was 93, 98, and then every time you go to a commercial, it's back in 98 again. It's like, I understand that they're going through I see it now, like watching all the episodes.
Right.
They're going through the whole 98 playoffs. Each episode.
Yeah. They're technically trying to compare the 3-peats to each other, like low key.
Mm-hmm. It's just,
and they're trying to actually do it, 90-91 to 96 or 95, 96.
Yeah.
And then, so forth and so forth.
And it's just kind of annoying for somebody that's trying to pay very close attention to the details when you're jumping around like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I'm focused on baseball, and then you go away from baseball, I'm still thinking about the baseball while you.
Yeah. And that's almost even, the conversation we're having off camera. I feel like that's the concerning part about women that do like sports. And, I don't want to feel like the people that make these things are being sexist. I'm not saying that, but I feel like they should take into consideration, some people are going to watch this aren't, a top sports fan. They just like the game. And if you could make it to where they can follow along a little bit better, they will probably enjoy it a little bit more. Because I can imagine some people, or some women that might be with their boyfriends right now trying to watch it and she ain't paying attention, because if you look up and women today in 1998 and then you look back down and you look up again today on 1994, it's going to be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, not even that. Some of that's a good point. But even some of the terminology, like, I'm pretty sure if you don't know anything about baseball, you don't know what batting over 200 means.
Right.
No,
you're right.
And I mean, I'm not saying
the 13 hit, 13 hit streak.
I'm not saying
people don't know how important that kind of stuff is.
And I'm not saying they need to stop and explain that.
Right.
But take into some consideration. Maybe the editor put up what batting over 200 means.
Right.
For some people that don't know.
Yeah, and there's probably 10 words that would have explained it properly.
Very simply.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just for the people that are actually out here watching it to learn, not just interested in Michael Jordan's clout.
True. So I mean, ultimately, I mean, we love the special, but I do kind of want to see, sports just a little bit more detail, a little bit, but simplified, so that newer sports fan can catch on. Like, even kids, Like, it's not even just about women, but even with kids, kind of having them be able to understand sports at a more complex level at an earlier age. Because, I mean, I would think that only benefits sports anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that they need to start considering. That's kind of where, you know, I want us to kind of like try to open up these conversations and break them down and simplify them. I'm going to leave all the baseball talk to you, though.
To all the people, all the sneakerheads out there, I do think there's gonna be a shock drop next week. I have no idea what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But Last Shot 14, Jordan Chicago 1, Brett, it's something has got to be coming for 9 and 10.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
I will be up on my phone on Sunday night. Like,
Yeah. I hope you're right, man.
Like it makes
You know I do.
It makes me 100% want to like watch it after the fact. I don't even want to watch it at 9.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even have anything to say. I'm like really thinking about how we going to be prepared for this
I
shot
don't
drop.
know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. And I don't think it's going to even be something we're thinking of. Like, it might be something that's never even been released before.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of unreleased...
The Black Baron cleats without the cleats.
There, I was looking in the book. There's, like, some bread 5s that have never been released. Like, there's a lot of unreleased shit.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that we've never even seen before.
Yeah. Well, I definitely hope they do. I mean, the shock drop. I'll let you say shock drop because I can't.
100% hope it's not any Jordan over 19 though.
It is not. Why would it be a Jordan over 19?
Hey, bro, this is Jordan Brand we're talking about.
That's true.
Jordan Brand does some
if
shit
Jordan
now.
Brand drop a 20,
23.
it could drop. Yo, you're not about to do that though.
No, but I'm just saying
You're not
20
right.
because it's 23. They're going.
Oh.
I'm not saying that.
about to
I'm
get
saying.
hot, boy.
Well, do you want to? What do you want?
No, I don't want another one.
All
Of
right,
these.
then.
I don't.
That's my
I
point.
don't. That was rap cat. I don't. I don't want another
All
one,
your
no.
defense aside, you don't want.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yo, random. I do want some Gary Paytons. That reminded me how much I used to F with Gary Payton, and I know you love Sean Kemp
Yo,
too.
he slight disrespected Gary Payton.
Yeah,
That joint. That's
Mike disrespectful, dog.
yeah. And I
But
just
you gotta
don't
accept
get
it. You
I
gotta
don't get
stop
it.
him.
He was like,
Shut him down.
Win.
Win.
Like you saw him laughing at Gary Payton. He said, "No, I didn't have a problem with the glove."
No. And Gary Payton had the nerve to say you slow down, Mike. I just think it's funny that we both saying two different things right now.
He definitely slowed down Mike. Like Mike's father's death aside, if you was torching these niggas for 2 games, how you just fall off? How you just lose that? And just be like, oh, my head not in it, blah, blah. But you was just working these niggas. Like,
I'm not knocking Mike because, you know, I'm a reformed Mike being my second favorite to now possibly my first without a debate. We're not getting into that part. But I will say, because you know I am really fair in regards to my opinions on sports, I do wish that people would talk more about the fact that Mike didn't even make the playoffs at some points. And then, even though it was a half a season, I'm not trying to say we should knock him for that, but he got knocked out in the East. What's the first game called? The Eastern Conference
semifinals?
Is it semi?
Are you talking about
No, semi is right before. What's the opening?
the Eastern Conference Finals?
Okay, well, whatever.
You talking about the first round? Second round is Eastern Conference semifinals. Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
Yes.
So whenever they played, was that the Orlando series? Mm-hmm. But just I don't know. I just think that I lost my whole entire thought because there's just so much going on the special. Like it's not even me. Like it's just so much going on the
it's a lot
special,
to piece
and I don't
together.
even know what direction to go in with it. But I know I still love it, and I'm excited about next week. And I know it's coming to an end, so it's bittersweet. It really is bittersweet. But
You know, for the glove and Mike the glove doesn't seem salty at all, but he got mad PE, like Jordan PEs to have been like
Reggie Miller had mad Jordan PEs.
Reggie Miller got hella Jordan PEs.
Yo, dudes, how you play?
How y'all don't like each other, but you got
That don't make sense.
don't make any sense.
In one of the Jordans, I can't remember the name of it, and it had like this little leather cover that came over it. That was Reggie Miller's Jordan. Like he was the person that was the front man for that shoe. So that's how I understand how they don't like each other. I don't think they really don't like each other.
17?
Huh?
17?
No, it's not a
Oh,
number
not a
Jordan.
retro.
It was like a Team Jordan. Back when Team Jordans wore like once a year. Like when you be like, oh, that's the Team Jordan for 98 or
Right,
that's the Team Jordan for 97. Like it wasn't like all these wild and crazy Jordans. It was like Trunners and stuff back then.
Okay.
But
True.
so yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much covered a bulk, if not all of everything from this episode. You know, if we missed something, y'all will be all right. Y'all probably don't care.
Or let us know for next time. You know, growth is important.
Yeah, nah, but you know, we always appreciate everybody tuning in, subscribing, streaming, whatever it is that y'all call it now. It sounds so funny when I say tune in. That's why I can't figure out what to say.
And Foot Locker is opening back up, so I'm finna really get in my sneaker bag.
Yes,
so,
sir. You already know.
Just know we got more coming.
Yeah.
More coming.
More
I got
coming.
something special coming for next week, so
Ah, I like that because I don't know what it's gonna be. So
yeah, it's gonna be a treat.
yeah. So we'll see y'all next week.
That's it.
Ta-ta.
Same thing. Check out Sanity Season and tune in next time.
Yes, sir. Duffy's the gang.